Welcome. Welcome to the brief orientation to virtual interprofessional simulation. You are going to be working within a case study here, the same as your colleagues that are having this experience in a face-to-face format. You will be looking at a video and reading some material about your patient or client, and you're going to be going through this discovery process the same as folks on campus are. The main difference is that you're going to be doing this in an asynchronous manner versus a synchronous in face-to-face. And it's expected that you would have the same learning outcomes and the same time commitment over the next week that they will be having in a more concentrated manner in a face-to-face format. So on Blackboard, if you're listening to this tutorial, you've obviously found the Welcome Start Here tab, and that's where the bulk of your items are going to be. You also have a timeline that it's important to adhere to. Your small groups, there's links throughout to get you to your small group. You've each been assigned to a small group. You're going to be also wanting to look at the wiki tutorial. You're going to be working in a wiki, which is very similar to Google Docs, and that tutorial will help explain how that functions. And then finally, you'll be working in the wiki and completing some evaluations at the very end. So the timelines have been established to help move you through this experience. Again, it's asynchronous. You can do this anytime you want throughout the week, but these are the deadlines in which you need to be submitting these specific materials. And some of you have more than one person in your group that is in the same discipline. And so you do not need to work directly at the same time with that person, but it's highly encouraged that you don't have one person do all the work. You could say, okay, I'll write this goal, you write that, or this aspect versus that. But do review each other's work and help complement each other to enrich the experience. There are also some disciplines that are not represented in this experience, and that's very similar to the face-to-face experience as well. And in those cases, specific instructions are given as to what you need to do when a discipline is not represented in your group. So all interactions will be taking place in the wiki format. So again, reviewing the orientation, the video is going to be extremely helpful. And you're going to have your small groups that you're going to be working with. And then at the very end, there's a large group debrief that you'll be submitting some items through that wiki as well. So a couple wiki navigation tips that you might find helpful. You will be primarily using two spaces there. One, the edit wiki content is what you're going to be clicking on to add anything or to edit your content. And secondly, you'll be going into these four areas in your small groups, and that'll be your introductions, and then your part 1, 2, and 3 of the overall experience. So those are hyperlinked where you just click on them, and then that will take you right to the space that you need to be in. One unique feature about Wiki in Blackboard is that if two people are trying to type in the same space at the same time, it's not, sometimes it does not allow you to do that. So if that's the case, you need to just pause and wait, let the other person finish, and then refresh and go forward. The facilitator's role in this experience and in the face-to-face is to serve as a resource. This person will be available if you have questions, need for clarification, or anything of that nature, but will not be actually providing input as to the work that you're completing. As far as grading, you will not be graded on this experience. The facilitator's role is to report to your chair or director in your department if you completed all aspects of this experience. And that is what this person will be doing at the end of the time period. With that, I hope you enjoy a wonderful experience and feel free to reach out to your facilitator if you have any questions.